So recently I came across this incredible piano performance by Japanese pianist Nobuyuki Tsuji. That was a very famous and notoriously difficult piano piece called La Campanella by composer Franz Liszt. And the performance by Nobuyuki in and of itself is absolutely world class. But what shocked me the most was when I found out that Nobuyuki was actually born blind. And at first it made me think, how the hell is that even humanly possible? But then I quickly started wondering, although it might seem like it, especially to me, a relative beginner who has only played for a little over a year and a half, exactly just how visual of an instrument is the piano? And well, there was only really one way to find out. So I decided to take one of the piano pieces that I've already learned and see exactly just how long it would take me to play it all the way through blindfolded. Now, I'm able to play a few different pieces of varying difficulty, so in order to give myself a fighting chance, in order to actually finish this challenge, I've chosen a piece I'm very comfortable with, and which also has some elements of simplicity to it. And that piece is one called Comptine d'un autre été. Comptine d'un autre été. I'm so sorry for butchering the French language. Comptine d'un autre été. Anyways, by the iconic composer Yann Tiersen, and it goes like this. Now, before anything else, I really think I want to start out this challenge by just going in completely blind and simply just try playing the piece with my eyes closed and see how it goes. So yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, all right. Wait. This is so strange. Yeah, that's it. And then it repeats. Okay, so as anticipated, that was definitely challenging. Nonetheless, with the left hand being pretty much the same all the way through this piece of music, I definitely feel while it might pose a challenge, it should be possible. So since I already know how to play the piece pretty well, I guess all there's really left to do is just to put on a blindfold and start practicing. Guess this will have to do. So I guess there's really no way to prove it, but I definitely can't see anything. So yeah, let's give it a try. Now, how the hell do I find out where I need to go? No, wait, that's not it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's it. As soon as I started playing, I quickly found out that it actually wasn't as difficult as I had originally thought. Some parts of the piece, in fact, came fairly easy. Where I started encountering problems, however, were in the jumps. So places in the piece where you have to jump from one part of the keyboard to another. Nonetheless, I did my best not to let that discourage me and simply just continued practicing. Now, when you take away eyesight when playing the piano, all you pretty much have left to rely on is the sense of hearing, touch, and muscle memory. Listening to hear if the note played is correct. Touch to feel around the keyboard to sense if you're in the right place. And then muscle memory simply just comes into play when you know a piece of music so well that eyesight simply plays a much smaller factor, since the neural pathways simply have become sufficiently ingrained after hours, days, weeks, months, and maybe even years of practice. So with these factors taken into consideration, I came to the conclusion that it pretty much just comes down to sufficient practice and repetition. On day 3, after a few hours in total of practice, I decided to go for it. Alright, so I finally feel like I've practiced enough and I think I'm ready to give it one final attempt at a full performance of the piece. Now, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but I think the one thing at least I want to aim for is to play every single note correctly. So no incorrect notes. If the tempo's a bit off, it's fine, as long as it doesn't take anything major away from the entire performance. So yeah, one full playthrough, no incorrect notes. Let's give it a try. Yes. That's it. That's definitely it. Oh my god. Alright, so with that, I managed to play a piano piece all the way through completely blindfolded, which I think is really cool. Now, while definitely a fun and interesting challenge, like mentioned, this actually turned out to be much easier than I had anticipated, although given it was a pretty simple piece of music. Nonetheless, turns out that playing the piano blindfolded, while it might seem like one of those things that when you look at it from the outside, it's really intimidating, it definitely makes you realize that an instrument like the piano perhaps isn't as visual of an instrument as you might otherwise think. Muscle memory and both auditory and sensory skills definitely play at least an equally large role when playing the piano. But with that, I think I'll cut the video short here. I hope you enjoyed, and if you're new to the channel and you like this type of content and all things related to personal growth, challenges, and especially learning new skills, you should definitely consider subscribing to stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.